Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is To Be Diced Adventures, presenting the dimensional dial of Dr. Diago. I am once again joined by the best party that has ever partied in the party, and tonight we got a nice show for you. Hope y'all have a good time. Do want to just say, as always, go find us on all the other social media things, the TikTok, the YouTube, the Instagram, Facebook, the Twitter, the I don't know anything else. I'm sure that somebody's got something else out there.
Look up in the clouds too.
Yeah, we do smoke signals now. We've figured it out. We figured it out. Um, that also being said, tune in the rest of the week. I do believe that is it this Friday we have Tales of Varden, or is it next
Yes.
Friday?
It's
This
this Friday.
Friday. Tales of
I'm
Varden
excited.
uh, ran by the wonderful Chris Kinney, also known as Claybeard,
He made me this.
on the things. Yes, he is a fantastic potter, and we love him to death.
It's a mimic.
We have the Frontiers of Eberron from our wonderful producer and dungeon master of that game, Michael St. Gregory, who many of you saw last week with us. And then I do believe Tuesday we have the return of Legends of the Shattering, headed by this guy over here. And I do believe that we are also supposed to be getting before the end of the month, maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But when he gets here, we'll confirm. Tarzan running the Holiday Rogues.
Yes.
Got a lot of stuff. Speaking of which, Tarzan, were your ears burning?
Yay! I had hit the disable webcam button on my keyboard and did not realize it.
Wonderful. Well, glad that's all sorted out. But that all being said, last time on the dimensional dial of Dr. Diago,
Here we go.
we had a wonderful session that began with our party waking up or not waking up rather, coming back after a fresh kill and being accosted by a small family of large brown bears. This was interrupted by a mysterious stranger appearing to the party who revealed them to be none other than a person by the name of Caliban. This is this world's incarnation of the farmer that raised and trained our very own Clucky McCluckerson. After a lot of conversations, finding out exactly how different this version of Caliban was, the party then decided to get back on task and look for some traces that potentially could lead to the person that they've been looking for this entire time, Dr. Diago, Deanna Diago. The group did find her old campsite and recovered a journal, which basically detailed her time in this dimension before jumping to the next one. The journal left behind for reasons unknown. But following Caliban's lead, you went and discovered a obelisk of sort, or monolith potentially. Words are hard. But with a blue gem on top and some draconic inscriptions detailing that it will show the way to the Lord of Storms. After fiddling around with it a little bit, you found out that this gem needs the light of the sunrise shining through it in order to show this path. So, laying your heads down, Caliban disappearing into the night with the good doctor's journal, our watch was interrupted by none other than the Maiden of Pain herself, Loviatar.
Spooky bitch.
What is she doing here? Where will this path lead? And what has befallen Dr. Diago? These questions and more have yet to be diced.
That was a nice touch, Mike. Matt, nice touch. Color me
Borrow.
impressed.
Our blind monk. We left off last session with your watch as the rest of your party slept.
Mhm.
As your senses were interrupted by some sounds and smells that should not be anywhere on a dinosaur infested island. The sound of liquid being poured into a glass and the smell of roses mixed with nightshade as a voice called out and asked, "So, what have you done with my toys?"
And who might you be?
Oh, pardon my manners, I forgot. You couldn't sense me last time I saw you. You have the pleasure of addressing the Maiden of Pain, Loviatar.
Ah, I see. Would you care to have a seat? As he says, as he just gestures right next to him while he's just leaning against the tree.
Such a gentleman. I think that I will stand, though.
Very well. To what do we owe this visit?
Just like I said, you appear to have misplaced a couple of my toys.
Oh, I do not believe I have had any toys that I know of recently.
Are you sure? A sewn together rag doll and a pet rat, perhaps?
Oh, our friends. Yes, I'm afraid that our paths have led us to different directions.
In what directions would those be?
Sorry, what was that? Because that mute, that's sort of muffled.
And what direction would those be?
Well, I suppose away from you.
If I may, I am actually intrigued as to how this happened, for knowing that you have been crossing dimensions as some people cross streets. It was interesting to see that for a time all of you were out of my sight. And when you returned, you were without two of my subordinates.
Yes, well, I suppose life has a way of moving pieces around and things coming and going.
It's Borrow, correct?
Yes,
Hmm.
Loviatar.
Borrow, I do not much like my things going missing.
Learning to let go is quite a challenge. Not everyone can do it.
Well, you'll find that I'm actually an expert at the art of letting go, for most of the time, letting go causes so much pain.
I'm sure you are suffering a lot right now, and I suppose I feel your pain.
All you hear is Tarzan wheezing.
I cannot. Tarzan wheezing. I cannot stay in character.
I'm about to mute him.
Sorry.
The absolute savagery, like the casual savagery coming from Barrow,
Oh,
is
The audacity.
efficacious.
this
If he had
sounds.
eyes to give the bodacious side eye, it would be there.
He
This
has
sounds-
eyes. He can
Bodacious
do a
side eye,
bodacious side
bombastic side
No,
eye.
bodacious.
She
I
has
just
because
made a new
bodacious
thing.
eye.
bodacious is like more snazzy.
It's
Bombastic is like more
borrowed.
shocking.
No, it's Borrow. He's more snazzy,
Mm.
whereas Xanthi is more shocking.
Excuse me, if it's
There we
Barrow, he has the bodacious side here.
Yeah. Just flickers a bit.
Anyway, and scene.
Let's
So-
see.
Barrow, I'm going to give you a chance. Tell me how I can collect my things. Or we'll have to see exactly how well you can hold up this sarcastic demeanor of yours.
Oh, I think that is the problem. You think I am being sarcastic. However, I am not. You are the lady of suffering, is it not? I suppose in that case you enjoy pleasure, which means, and pain, which means that when pain cannot be sustained is when you are not pleased. And now that you have something that you cannot inflict pain upon is, well, I suppose painful for you. Hence why letting go could be a good practice. Nevertheless, I do not think that I have spoken to a deity before. And I guess I am curious, how is it that you obtain your power? What is it that allows you to do certain things among us mortals versus when you do not? I do not believe you have a servant or person who is in connection with you right now amongst us. So I suppose I'm just wondering, how much power do you truly have right now?
You can feel you can feel the change in the air as her eyebrow raises and her head tilts to the side. You think I don't have anybody here? You ask
Well,
how I am getting power? Would you perhaps like a demonstration?
I guess it depends. If I say no, will you oblige to that request?
I guess that would depend.
Is this the part where you are trying to make a deal?
Oh, I don't make deals, darling.
What then?
I have but one purpose: to cause pain. All kinds. Physical if necessary, but that can get so boring. But emotional or mental anguish. Perfection.
Then in that case, I suppose we are not strangers, you and I. I remember the pain from my past. Loss, doubt, hesitation. I suppose that you may have been there in some of those moments, in some form or another.
I was there in every moment. And it was, at the time, I thought nothing of it, but recounting the pain of somebody who has released themselves of such regret and attachment. Somebody who has, let's say, come to terms with their trauma. Oh, those memories are fond, but it does make me want to go back and experience it maybe one more time.
And that is why you come to me.
Oh, I come to you because I felt like perhaps a discussion could happen first with you.
Well, Leviatar, I think you know that I wouldn't give away any of my friends. And whatever conversation we may have, something tells me no matter what I said is going to leave you wanting.
Hmm. It appears that you'd be correct. That you're not going to tell me where Lovitar and Scree ended up sequestering themselves away to. Maybe somebody else will.
Is this the deal then?
I told you, I don't make deals.
Oh, I suppose the offering of me telling you in exchange for you not approaching someone else.
That's
Could
not
be.
an offer. It's certainly a possibility, though. It's a reality. If you don't give me the information that I seek, I will seek it elsewhere. There's no deal to be had. It's inevitable. Like pain.
And what if those who are gone are far from your reach?
That's difficult to comprehend, for I've seen the pain of the nightingale locked away in her own cage of misery. I've seen the pain of the farmer's guardian as he was putting the last ounces of soil upon his father's grave. And I've seen the so-called protector waiting to be the comforting smell of the moments after rain, and coming to terms with the fact that it hasn't stopped raining. I've even learned of this new person. The one who dwells on promises unkept.
I'm curious. Pain is inevitable. So, you know that no matter what leads us next, there will be pain to be found. There will be struggle. There will be strife. And yet here you are, seeking an advancement. It seems quite desperate, fearful, lonesome. I'm not sure. I would like to understand, though.
Desperate would not be the word that I chose. I would perhaps choose determined. You see, when I start something, I would like to finish it. And whether that be putting an entire creature together, cobbled from the corpses of servants long past, just to see them struggle with their own existence. I kind of want to see what happens when they figure out that it was all a lie. And when a vermin thinks themselves powerful enough to destroy the goddess of pain, I like to make them look how they are on the inside.
You say you like to finish things. If that is the case, you could declare these laws finished. Yet you find yourself still wanting to know something that is beyond your reach. So are you able to finish it, or is it tied to you?
I suppose only time will tell.
Huh. A deity that concerns themselves about time.
I have
Interesting.
nothing but time.
I cannot say the same for myself, but perhaps that is why I choose to embrace my pain in a different way.
Oh, you sound just like him. And she audibly dry heaves.
Like who?
I will not taint my tongue with the name of the broken god.
Oh, is his name too powerful for you to utter?
We're gonna die.
You're a lot like him, you know. Always trying to put yourself in a situation where somebody else would not have to feel pain. Always there to pick people up, to dust them off, to wipe the tears. It's a heavy burden to bear, everyone else's pain.
And yet you do it.
Oh, I am fueled by their pain. You just carry it.
Tell me who takes care of your tears, Leviatar?
I haven't shed a tear in eons.
And before that?
Roll a seduce.
Damn it, Taylor. If you're so concerned with tears, how about maybe we see a few? And she snaps her finger. Crow. You're
Yes, Dungeon Daddy.
having a dream,
Of course I am.
and in this dream, you're on patrol back in the concrete jungle that you know so well, and you hear from beside you. Now, you know for a fact that you would still be back there with those raiders if I had not flanked around the side and taken them out. before you could even get that giant frickin' rifle loaded.
Well, technically speaking, I already had the rifle loaded. I just accidentally got it jammed.
Oh, you accidentally got it jammed. Oh, performance issues again.
We
with
all
you?
have those. We all have those.
I don't.
I
Have
give you
those.
grace every time.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't need Grace. Who's Grace, by the way?
Mine. My grace.
Uh-huh, sure. Of course. You know what? You trying to be all graceful and all this. I just have one question for you.
Yes, my lady.
My lady. Oh boy. Oh, my shining white knight in armor. Ugh.
I always hated those books.
Whose truck are we in? And as you look around, you are in your father's pickup truck. And as a person comes up to the driver's side window and says, "Step out of the vehicle," Xanthi.
Lay it on me.
You are in the Merry Minotaur Tavern, a popular spot for you back in Aetheris City. After a long day of, well, after a long day, you'd like to hit up the spot because their whiskey is just a little bit cheaper than everywhere else, but
Yeah.
they don't skimp on any of the. They don't water it down or anything like that. It's still where it needs to be.
Good hard stuff.
The bartender, a half-orc individual that you know named Alston, he comes up with your fourth round and sets it down in front of you. Well, I'm sure whatever the guild gives you on the next day is going to pay off big for you this time.
Well, let's hope so, because I am down to my last few coins and I am almost out of whiskey. So let's hope so, because Lord knows I'm going to need more to drink after whatever job I pick up after this.
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll just stay on your tab. Don't worry there. You got until the end of the month with that. It's no big deal. You know what kind of establishment I run here.
She'll raise her glass and she's like, "That's why I always come here and why I'm always good for it. And you know that, darling."
Well, I mean, these jobs of yours must be paying something. I mean, you got some nice fancy new baubles on your wrist there. And you look down and they're not shiny gold bracelets or rings. They are restraining cuffs.
God damn it. Fuck.
And when you look back up at Alston, it's him.
Fucking A.
Well, Xanthi, shall we begin? Clucky. You are in the yard, on the land of the farmer, and you're standing in front of him, and you can hear him. Right now, just remember, when you see them and they come up and they take that step, watch the front leg. When they take that step and he takes a step forward, and you know that this is the point where he's expecting you to do an ankle pick. Go, dive right down, put your hands behind the heel, and drive the shoulder just above the ankle to knock them flat on their back. And he takes that step forward expectantly.
Clucky shoots for the ankle, reaches behind the heel, yanks it forward, driving his shoulder into him, and takes him to the ground.
In that split instant, you hear, you know, because you've tried this maneuver on him, you've been working on it all morning, and every single time he's managed to pull his leg back and sprawl on top of you, preventing you from taking him down, and he ends up pushing you down. But this time, you feel that solid hold as you drive forward, and you hear, oh no, and he hits flat on his back as you get on top of him and hold your hand up as if you were going to hit him, but just to kind of signal it's over. This is how the rest would go. And he laughs and he goes, "Aye, Clucky. Right, good job you did there. No problem. Excellent. All right. Now let's do it again just to make sure that you got it correct. All right? Now, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Be watching for it." And he takes that step forward.
Repeats the same motion. Goes for the hook.
And as you go for that, you feel a hand that feels enormous right on the scruff of your neck. And then you feel yourself get lifted up off the ground as you are now face to face with a bugbear. Boy, looks like we've got something that we're gonna be nibbling on for a few nights now, boys.
Oh, no. Clucky is just frozen in sheer terror. He doesn't know how to respond.
Petrichor. You are sitting in the lab of Dr. Diago. And you're sitting across the table from a 10-year-old female humanoid. Riley is sitting across the table from a small gray automaton. And you both have been discussing the nature of the relationship that you now have and potentially trying to figure out a way to share the spotlight, if you will. And however those feelings may, or however that conversation may be going, whatever Petrichor and Riley would do in this moment, that their shared consciousness actually has a moment in this dream to speak to each other.
I think it would mostly be Riley being confused about the circumstance, Petrichor being excited to learn more about this new person, and just them trying to get to know each other a little bit before trying to figure out what this new situation entails for the both of them.
This conversation, Riley is learning as much as they can from Petrichor, and Petrichor is slowly trying to figure out how this entire relationship might work. And the wooden table that has a pair, like, they're just two wooden cups filled with water, and there's like a little plate that you two have been sharing of snacks, even though it's a dream. Do you really need to eat? But why not? Automatons, do they need to eat? Well, Petrichor has gotten used to eating, so in this dream, Petrichor is eating. This table starts to vibrate in front between the two of you, and it elongates, and the color shifts and the textures change until you are looking at a modern day gurney. And you both hear, now you two are going to go to sleep, and we'll see you both in just a moment after the operation. As Petrichor and Riley fall backwards into their respective hospital beds, as Clucky is thrown into a horde of goblins, as Xanthi is approached by an individual with a needle in their hand, and as Crow watches Kit be escorted away by military personnel. All of you wake up.
Xanthi just wakes up in a screaming fucking panic. She's swinging. She wakes up fucking swinging.
Crow literally rolls over with his sniper, checks to see if it's jammed, slams it back, and is already picking up his rifle.
Do we
Clucky
see
at
Loviatar? Or Loviatar?
Clucky at this time curls up into the fetal position and begins to sob.
Do we wake up as Petrichor or Riley?
It's Petrichor. But even though they're awake, they're still curled up in the same position they went to sleep in, just kind of frozen there.
The various sounds of everybody starting awake, the heavy breathing, the sobs, the screams, the sound of metal scraping against metal and a round being chambered, followed by a soft chuckle. Barrow, these are the sounds that you hear shortly after Loviatar has snapped her fingers.
Is she still there?
Yep.
Do we see her?
Everybody sees a roughly 5'9" female human with pale ivory skin and long, incomprehensibly straight and tidy platinum blonde hair, dressed in a white satin nightgown, holding a glass of wine.
Does Xanthi recognize her from when she got a glimpse of Loviatar?
Absolutely.
Xanthi's gonna immediately just grab her staff of Booyah and cast Sacred Flame. She's not even gonna think.
What is your DC?
Fuck. Give me a moment. I
Did
think
you say Sacred Flame?
Hold on. Is it Sacred? I think I'm thinking of Azekir's Scorcher. My bad. No. Yeah, Azekir Scorcher is what I'm thinking of. I played my cleric last night. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna be like,
Actually, I do have Sacred Flame. It is a cantrip, so that will be a dex save of 15. And I will also cast it with my staff of Booyah. So.
And I'm sorry, this was which cantrip? I apologize.
Sacred Flame.
You have Sacred Flame on Xanthi?
Fuck! I'm on fucking Lorelei. I'm so sorry. Goddamn.
I was
sorry.
just wondering how you got it. I was going to be impressed.
Taylor is a big dumb. It will be Azakir Scorcher. My bad.
Sacred
on
Scorcher. Okay. So
yes.
that being said,
On second level. And that's a
Second
dex
level.
of 16.
roll your damages.
Ooh. That will be 11 points of damage. It's not going to do shit.
You all watch and hear Xanthi erupt a torrent of flame that creeps along the ground right to this woman's feet, and she becomes engulfed head to toe in flame. And a few seconds afterwards, when the flames die down, she's looking right at you, Xanthi.
Fuck.
Well, that's rude. And she takes a sip of wine.
Xanthi is just going to immediately just be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Lovitar is gone. So is Scree. What the fuck do you have to do with us?
I have everything to do with all of you.
Do you really? Because it just seems like you're pissed off that you lost your little playthings.
Oh, pissed off is not really the words I would use, but I would very much so like them back. It was
Well,
so fun
you
to
can
watch
go
them
ahead and try and
swim.
get them because you're not going to be able to reach them. Have fun with that, you dumb bitch.
Quite the mouth on you.
Xanthi is sober. She is not in a fucking good mood right now.
How's everyone else reacting? I have 16 messages from Isaac
17.
alone.
17 with mine. That I just sent you.
Clucky hadn't opened his eyes since waking up, and upon feeling the heat from Xanthi's spell, he balls up even tighter. Because I rolled a 9 on perception. He still thinks he's in the Goblin's Cave.
Oh.
Crow, when he rolled over grabbing his sniper and he went to chamber around, it got jammed. And he's sitting there, shit, not again. And he's like, starts tearing his sniper apart to try to get the spring back in place so he can actually get it chambered. And as he's doing it, he's dropping pieces and he's trying to pick them back up and stick them back in and shove them back together. And
oh, darling, you're adorable. Do I make you nervous?
he's just going to glance up, make eye contact, and look directly back down and keep trying to get it back together.
And to the little one,
Petrichor is staring wide-eyed at Loviatar, panicking, but a look of absolute hatred on their face.
well, don't just sit there. What's the problem? Didn't you say you were going to kill me?
They look like they're trying to say something, but there's nothing.
What's wrong, honey? Rat got your tongue? AJ, I think we need to cycle your mic. We're getting some buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's
It
the
sounds
jacket
like
itself.
It sounds like Petrichor if they were malfunctioning.
Sounds like
That
the-
is how
like
bad
if-
this moment is.
Yeah. Um, how close is Leviatar from me right now?
How close do you want to be? You could have been moving around the whole time.
Oh no, he was during the whole thing. He was just like resting by the tree, like while having the conversation. I don't know how far she would have appeared from me.
I'd say originally like maybe 15 feet.
Okay.
Nothing too
Um,
crazy.
Baro is going to walk to Leviatar. And he is going to stand right in front of her. You do not know any better. And he's going to attempt to hug her.
Ooh.
While
Excuse me, sir. Consent? No, I'm kidding.
while doing the thing that I sent you privately.
I did read that. I'm going to read it again. You reach out to embrace her. And you can feel her body tense. You can feel every muscle that she has just kind of constrict and hold her in place as you wrap your arms around her and you hug the Maiden of Pain.
I'm going to say that Bara also whispers, "You are more than the darkness in you." And it's actually something that Leviatar will know is a line that his Baro's mother used to say to him when he was a child. The person who basically allowed him and helped him with channeling and going through letting go of pain, and despite the loss.
Roll persuasion.
Roll to seduce. Roll to seduce.
Hang on. I have to see it for myself. I know that you use the D&D Beyond. I have to see it for myself. Where is it? Dimensional dial. View campaign. Game log. Or did you roll with?
No, I rolled with that's a nat 20 plus 2.
I can't tell which
Wow.
way I'm going.
I'm impressed that this is the moment.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is gonna happen?
God damn.
You
Trying not to
say these words, "You are more than the darkness within you." And there's a brief moment where that tension that you feel in her muscles almost relaxes. And after that moment passes, you will be taking 22 points of slashing damage as she spins and thorn-covered vines erupt from her skin, head to toe, and she backs away 20 feet from you.
You see as Borrow takes all those thorns, his body sort of stumbles slightly back, but he uses his staff and just sort of manages to land himself on it as he just senses the pain, senses the damage, senses the thorns. And then he just starts walking toward her again.
And she puts her hand up. Don't you fucking touch me.
And he's going to attempt to hug her again.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Are you kidding me right now?
Did you just get another fucking nat 20?
I did.
Oh my god! Borrow is fucking balling right now.
I thought we
Oh!
were making Clucky the god, not Borrow.
So, what kind of babies are we gonna get when Borrow has kids with the goddess of pain?
It's gonna be
Like,
gentle
that's what I wanna
parenting
know.
and like just capital punishment.
She's gonna be like, "Now you listen, honey, calm down." It's okay. Oh, sorry, sweetheart.
Oh my god!
I'm just stunned at the dice telling this story right now. This is kind of mind-blowing, and we're gonna have to talk. Don't get your hopes up yet, but we're gonna have to talk about your next level, sir. What you saved against with her hand up, she kind of pushes it forward, and there is just a burst of energy that goes to literally just push you backwards. And you feel it shake the ground beneath you. And for some reason, upon your skin, it is a light breeze. Now, before anything else happens, in this point, I need Petrichor to actually roll a dexterity check.
I swear, if Borrow gets Loviatar with the power of friendship, I'm gonna lose it.
It's a 6.
That's a 6. One moment. I'm reading something. Responding to a message that needs to happen.
I am flabbergasted right now.
I'm gonna need a drink after this.
This is absolutely insane. Like Borrow
Everybody
is rolling so Borrow right now.
watches as from Loviatar's left, the short stature but very quick feet of Petrichor are sprinting towards her. And as soon as Loviatar is done casting this magic to try to repel Baro, she turns ever so slightly to see this child running at her. And as she makes that 90-degree turn and raises her hand, a body interposes between Petrichor and Loviatar.
And with sword blocking my path in front of her, I stare her in the eyes as I stand in front of Riley. Back off, you spooky bitch!
Yes! Smashed!
Yes!
Absolute smash.
Just so you know, you're muted, Matt. There you go.
Caliban, there is a look of frustration on this woman's face. This woman, actually, go ahead and roll me a religion check, just in case. Everybody's rolling hot tonight. We'll see.
16.
God.
16.
Except for Plucky.
You have perhaps, maybe at least surface knowledge of the deity known as the Maiden of Pain.
You've been
And-
following me my whole bloody life.
This
And
look
I
of
won't let you take one more.
This look of frustration turns to an almost grotesque grin. Ah. You know what's sweetest? The pain of losing someone's parents. And I can't wait to taste that again.
Try it.
She looks left to right, and I need sort of a visual of everybody here. And I'm just going to go around the table. We're going to start, well, because I just did this, Caliban. You're directly in her face, sword drawn.
And it's like a primeval version of the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. So this thing is pretty big and practically can act as a shield. And it is
Right.
a barrier right now between me and her, or me and this god, as Riley, as I will always have in my head, is standing behind me. And I have not broken eye contact because I know Caliban knows deep down inside, face to face with anything, even a god, will not stop him from losing anything again.
Clucky, you see
Plucky hasn't gotten up. He's still balled up, and he's hearing the laughter of goblins over the sounds of everybody's voices, so he has no idea what's going on.
Oh, I will insert this in as you're rocking back and forth, as you know, you can barely hear anything other than that goblin laughter that you heard right before you woke up. Your eyes flutter for a moment and you see not just anybody, but your papa, sword drawn, aiming at another individual. And his demeanor is one that you have only seen once before in your life. And that is when he rescued you from those goblins.
I'm going to quickly just glance and see Clucky on the ground and go, "On your feet, boy. We've got business to take care of."
With that, a sudden surge of inspiration would finally break this or shake this petrified state from Clucky, and he clambers to his feet, grabs his greatsword and drags it across the ground as he walks up beside Caliban and takes a defensive stance next to him.
Xanthi.
Xanthi at this point, I would say she's definitely down low, squatting down, holding her staff out, right at Loviatar. She is, I wouldn't say hyperventilating, but she definitely is back in almost, again, like an animalistic state, in extreme attack mode. You can see like the usual bloodshot eyes, and the veins in her eyes have gone to a darker blackish gray. And she looks like she could fucking snap at any moment, and it's going to be at Loviatar. And you can almost see her staff of Booyah is pulsing, like she is holding back a fucking fireball right now. She is waiting to just set this bitch on fire.
Crow.
Crow's sitting there, and he stops putting his rifle back together, and he's just sitting there, eyes wide, staring at everything that's unfolding in front of him, just mumbling, "I'm going to lose it all again. I don't want to lose it all again." Just sitting there.
Aro.
Barrow is still moving forward, and he notices Caliban. He senses Clucky approaching as well. He can hear Crow. He can hear the breath and the tension of everything. But he's still slowly walking toward Loviatar, one hand slightly lifting, like his arm sort of like gesturing in the direction of Caliban and Clucky as he speaks up to the group while approaching. "What pain can you inflict to someone who was born from pain? Violence is not going to get us anywhere here. Not today. Learn to forgive. Learn to let go. Or else she wins." And then he just continues as he attempts to. He'll continue to attempt to just hug and approach Loviatar.
I'll say still approaching at this moment because things are getting heated to the point that Tarzan is breaking his whole setup.
So violent.
Hey, hold your sword right, boy.
Petrichor.
A lot. With Caliban having intercepted, standing in front of them, they are, as they stop with a slide, they use the rustling and the movement on the ground to use the blind
Gotta love it.
No.
The timing.
Leaving us in suspense, wee one.
I know they were about to say the blind sense. I know
Okay.
that. I know that. I know they were about to say the blind sense.
Okay, where did I leave you off?
Using the
You were
rustling of
about to
leaves
say
for the
blind
bleh.
sense.
The blind sense that Barrow has been trying to teach them to find the most advantageous way to get to Loviatar. Just everything kind of in a buzz and a blur, not listening to anything anyone is saying, just focusing on trying to get to her.
After Loviatar has scanned her surroundings and seen the overall aggressive posture of this group of individuals, she smirks and her right hand comes up over her face, and as it comes down, her white satin gown turns into her leather battle outfit.
Smash. I sent you that picture.
Smash!
Jesus Christ.
And as her arm reaches the bottom of the arc and extends out to the side, a 15-foot whip is in her hand. And after the whip cracks, you all hear her say, "Then let's bring the pain." I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh shit, we are finally taking on this bitch. Let's go.
Yeah. You want to point out that we are level 10 fighting a deity? That's
Hey,
I'd like
we were
everybody-
level 7 and
I
fought
got
a
you
fucking
covered.
god in Frontiers of Eberron. We'll be fine.
I
For-
don't care. She
for
deserves
the-
to die.
Sake of argument, I will need all of the initiatives in chat. That will avoid people shouting all the time. There we go. A lot of
Yeah.
people are already on it. I love
Yeah.
you all for everything that has happened, is happening, and is about to happen.
Yeah.
Man, Borrow fucking goddamn smash. Just smash.
It's the 15 crew today.
The ultimate
Yeah, really.
gilf right now.
So, Clucky, Borrow, Crow, decide the order amongst yourselves.
Dexterity is plus
you can
3.
You can go by dexterity if you want, or I like to just let the party decide if they want. But
You nat 1 and your initiative is still 15. You're disgusting.
I'm gonna say that of the 315s, I'm gonna say that I'm the first just because I'm closer,
Got it.
and also my dexterity is maxed. So
If that is
Then
is
Clucky will be
agreement.
second.
Crow. Got it.
Since
also,
Crow got a nat
music's
1.
a little out.
It's still got a fucking 15. It's
All right.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
Beginning.
The alert feat.
By the way, since Matt and I both have admin controls, we were both moving the slider on the volume at the same time. I noticed because
I wasn't touching
dragging
it. I
it
was
was
actually
moving
going
at
to
the
ask
same
you
time.
to do it.
Yeah, it just like click, no, over here, no.
Wait, do we have an owlbear set up right now?
I wasn't
This
sure
is
if we were
theater
actually
mind.
gonna
It's all in your brain, baby.
fight. We are beginning combat with Caliban.
Yeah, great sword.
All right.
Hey Matt, does a 30 hit?
Yep.
Cool.
God damn.
Smash.
So that first attack is 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Does a 26 hit?
Yep.
Cool. That is an additional 9 points of slashing damage.
Got it.
Level 17.
Bonus action rage?
I wait for it, Lottie.
Oh, shit!
He did tell you patience all last week. That being said, if that is everything, Xanthi, you are up next. Borrow is on deck.
So, question: can I whack this bitch with my Staff of Booyah for flavor to cast a spell?
What spell are you trying to cast?
I would like to cast Polymorph.
Sure. Okay.
So Xanthi is going to take her Staff of Booyah. She's going to flip it in her hand before running right up to the bitch, and she is going to smack it and try to cast Polymorph on her. A Wisdom saving throw of 16.
She chooses to succeed.
Yep, saw that.
What?
Saw that coming. Legendary action. Or legendary resistance.
Oh, fuck.
We're fighting a deity. What did you expect?
Look, I had to try, okay? I had to try. I was going to turn her
It's
into
good.
a fucking beetle and stomp on
It's
her.
good.
But no,
You're good.
not going to happen.
You're good. You burned a legendary resistance. That's a good thing.
With that, she will take one of her daggers and do an offhand slash at the bitch for my bonus action.
Roll it.
Let me find my daggers. Leedle-leedle-lee, loo-loo-loo.
Little.
Let's fuck this bitch up.
He's staring menacingly.
Why can I not find my daggers? Hold on.
You guys
It's
are
a
facing
D4.
down a literal
Yeah, it's
goddess of
just a
death,
D4.
and we still have SpongeBob jokes.
It's a D4. It's your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency.
I found it.
Listen, if you can't make SpongeBob jokes, what can
Shit,
you
I don't know why I rolled a 15. Does that hit? I'm guessing not.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. She misses.
Alrighty. Borrow is up. Clucky is on deck.
As Borrow is approaching, and he sees actually, can I before I say, can I roll the attack
Sure.
before I describe how it would happen?
That's fair.
See if it hits first.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
As Borrow is continuously approaching, and sees Leviatar shed her, or rather senses the shift and the robe and the mask gesture, as he hears the whip, in a swift motion, Borrow reaches to his belt, and the sound of a whoosh comes out as the whip that used to belong to Lovatar that he took in the other dimension flies and crackles at Loviatar's hand as he's attempting to disarm the whip with his whip.
Okay. A disarm attempt is a. You actually. So I think rules as written, you're supposed to roll an athletics check. However, given that the flavor of what's going on, I will allow you to make an attack roll, but it will be contested by her choice of acrobatics or athletics.
All right.
That's what happens when you bring a whip to a whip fight. Wait, no, that doesn't work.
We need a safe word, you guys. I say pineapples.
That's
Mine's
a
turducken.
25.
25. You lash out with this whip, and as the whip is going to strike her wrist, her other hand grabs it at that exact moment and you watch her eyes trace all the way back up the whip to your hand as you're holding it. And she just goes, "It's not yours."
Bara would like to use the moment as she's holding the whip with that. Once he uses that momentum of the tension as he attempts to just move in advance to her to hug her once more. This time as like a full hold.
What the world needs
Make
now.
an athletics check
Love.
because you are trying to grapple her.
I know. Not my forte.
No consent, Borrow? No
That is an
consent?
18.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers hug.
So your grapple attempt succeeds. However, as a reaction, thorns burst from her skin, and you, sir, take 10 points of piercing damage. I will say this, you now have the option to release the grapple or to hold it. But if you hold it, you will take this damage again at the start of every one of your following turns.
Yeah. So you Borrow with his incredible speed just basically uses the hold and tension of the whip as he sort of like yanks a little in that direction and then lets go of it and sort of moves in advances straight into Leviatar, holding her, feeling the thorns just pierce onto his body, and he grunts slightly, but he just keeps holding, and he just continues what I messaged you privately, along with that whisper, and he just let go of it. Just let go of it. And he's not going to release the grapple.
Noted.
Let go, Indiana.
Clucky is up, Crow is on deck.
So, right at the start, as everything starts to unfold, you just hear Clucky shout out, "Stay away from my family!" And he lunges forward with his rage, like with blinding speed. Following Barrow's lead, he swoops in from behind Loviatar and grapples her from behind as well.
She cannot use her acrobatics to get out of this, but she can try athletics. So go ahead, you can roll athletics.
Is there any way I can give the help action?
I mean, he's kind of getting it, sort of,
Okay.
from Borrow.
That's true.
Look who just joined the chat!
Oh! Oh, shit. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Athletics
rat in the
is
chat.
22.
You go to put your arms around her, and pretty much she moves forward with Borrow, like leaning into him, kind of pushing him off balance a little, enough that she can thrust backwards. And even though she is much smaller than you, she pushes you back and resists your grapple.
Motherfucker. With that, as he stumbles back, he instead reacts with a overhead swing, downward swing with his greatsword. And with his second attack action, so 28 plus 16 is 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's going to be 2d6. We'll roll these bitches right here, since they're right here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. 8 plus... 8 plus 4, 12 damage, plus 3, 15 on that second hit. And that will end his turn. So as
He
he's
just
stepping
turns
back,
into
he
the
just
mug.
Damage.
How much
Alrighty.
damage?
You said 15?
15, 12 plus 3, yeah, 15 damage.
Got it.
Slashing.
Alrighty. That brings us to Crow's turn. I will have some messages to read, but Petrichor is on deck.
I just need that last one answered.
I'm leaving it up to you. If you want to say that it's done at this point, it's up to you. If you want to call it any level of action economy, it's up to you.
I use bonus action. So, Crow, sitting there, he kind of just snaps out of it as he just focuses and realizes that the fucking chicken that normally goes in blades swinging just gave her a hug. And he's going to finish putting the spring back in and slam a bullet into the chamber. And he's going to aim, but seeing that he didn't use his bonus action to go prone, he does not have advantage on these shots. Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit.
Ah, damn it. Ooh. Second shot. My good sir. That'd be a natural 20.
Of course. Isaac
You ever
is
notice?
back.
You ever
I'm
everyone.
back.
notice that,
Isaac is back.
I not want to.
Isaac always does like a fuckboy stance when he gets in that 20. Does anybody ever notice that?
I'm just like, hey.
Just like you might as well be like 20.
So
That was for you, McKenna.
go ahead, roll some damages.
38 damage.
38 damage.
Piercing
So
damage.
you have, not gonna lie, you have almost doubled the amount of damage that has gone through on her so far.
I'm also running very low on bullets because I kept track and subtracted from last session how many bullets you missed with, you bastard.
Listen. That brings us to Petrichor with Caliban on deck as the next person in the party.
We're getting right up to her. Dagger drawn. Bonus action. I'm casting Searing Smite on myself. At full level. And we're going to try to hit her.
Roll to hit.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds badass. Go, little Demling, go.
That would be a natural 20.
We're just lining up
What
the
is
mats.
happening today?
Okay. So there's companions of mine within 5 feet, correct?
Oh, yes. How many dice
So
is this?
not only so Searing Smite at 4th level is 4d6.
Uh-huh.
Sneak attack is another 1d6.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Plus, I can pump in Divine, which is another 2d, plus the 1d4 of the normal dagger.
Okay. So
I need
calculate
to
the
hear
max
this
on all
number.
that. Calculate the max on all that, and then roll all those dice. And then add your modifier.
Go. Oh my god, go, little
Pull up
child.
the calculator real fast.
32 for the divine.
Okay. Hold on. Let me do this so I can actually do it right.
Caliban.
God,
is, like,
Petrichor
holding
was
back
not fucking
tears.
kidding. It's like,
You
I'm
need
gonna
a
take
calculator.
No! I'm gonna kill her.
I
Petrichor,
cannot.
when
This-
someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
First step, grab
Grab
him.
Burrows. It's like power of friendship.
Okay.
The child's like violence. What do you
Mother,
have? A
I
knife.
crave
So
violence.
maxes, and then I. So
And then you
maxes, and
roll
then
all
I
those
roll.
dice.
There are so many
That is so many dice.
So many points that is going to come out of this.
At least
that
50?
That moment
plus
when the
more?
potential 10-year-old one-shots a deity.
At least 50 base just from the dice. Max dice. Plus wherever they roll.
Oh my god, this is so saucy. Don't give the DM any ideas, Chris.
I swear to God, Clay. I swear to God.
You just made Victor's voice go up 3 octaves. Do not scare him like that.
You don't want Borrow to get octaves up, okay?
The thing is, we know you can hit those notes. We've seen you do it. And for a grand total of...
So,
Do we level
total
up?
damage. Total, it's 78 points of damage.
Oh!
Oh, the baby delivered.
KJ, give me a high five.
This child is the chosen one.
Give us high fives. Thank you.
It's hits like these that
I
count
knew
the
it.
most.
They're the one.
You're doing it, Peter. You're believing.
You're
They're starting to
And I said I was going to kill her.
Well, we'll see.
Free your mind.
Will that be all?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
Oh my god,
So,
that was delicious.
you have all watched 2 swings from a great sword cleave across her torso, and the whip crack hitting her wrist. A large caliber rifle round pierce her bicep. Another great sword coming from behind and cleaving down her back, and then this dagger searing with radiant holy energy piercing her side, and she has not stopped smiling.
Of course she likes it. God damn it.
You know, part of me really wishes Lovatar was here right now for this moment.
She's like
My
Pinhead from,
turn.
yeah. Fuck.
Oh dear.
Money?
Borrow, you are now embracing mist. As everybody else watches her suddenly reappear 15 feet to her right.
Oh, she misty stepped.
And then I'm going to need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, shit.
What is the DC? We'll just thumbs up if we beat it.
The DC is 20.
Well, fuck me.
You know you have advantage on dexterity checks, right?
Oh, I do?
Yep. Barbarians have advantage on dexterity checks.
I've never played a barbarian, so now you're learning.
You're gonna want
Well,
to reroll
On the master.
that. Still failed.
First was a 15, second was a 9. So
Oh.
Okay, the
Poor summer.
ones that I haven't seen are Borrow and Crow.
I'm an old man's son.
Or summer child.
I kiss
you
my
guys roll?
nose.
I rolled
Oh. So I just need a Borrow.
I rolled a 17, but I thought I had a thing as a monk. For
You have
some reason.
evasion.
Oh, supplement.
Girl, you
You can. I
didn't.
think-
Oh my god.
So I only take only half damage, even though I failed.
Yeah, evasion.
So, with this being said,
I'm going to actually react and cast Spirit Shield so that Crow does not take. I'm going to reduce whatever the damage will be after you.
Yeah.
noted. Okay.
My Spirit Guardians is also going to go to Petrichor.
All right, gotcha. So that being said, everybody takes 12 points of damage. Unless you passed, which that would be Clucky, then you take 6. It
Just
is
quarter to
magical slashing damage. So do all of those things.
Oh,
Now
shit,
that
it's
being
magical,
said,
so that's not good. Okay, never mind. I don't have
that being said, everybody except for Clucky, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Crow, you can add back 9 points.
The DC is also 20.
Petrichor, you. Where's my reaction? 3d6. Petrichor, you can roll back 6 points.
Alright, so thumbs up, thumbs down. DC 20. Okay.
Oh.
I guess it was
So
my
our
turn with
thumbs-
the nat 1 this time.
You're not alone,
Our-
girlfriend.
Our
Just a bit
thumbs
outside.
down.
Guys!
Our thumbs downs take 15 points of psychic damage. And you are stunned until the end of your next turn. The rest of you take
7 for
half.
the save.
Yes.
I take none. Oh no,
So
I do take
full
half.
damage is what?
Whole damage
15.
was 15.
So 7.
Yeah, 7 if you
For
save.
nat 1, is that double or.
No. Just shitty.
You're trying to kill yourself.
Well, I don't fucking know. I get scared when there's nat 1s.
It's more shame damage.
I already have a lot of that.
I was gonna say,
You're already stunned. You don't need any extra damage, all right?
So, as she flourishes her whip in a great circular arc that at one point or another hits all of you, some of you feel the sting as it rakes across your flesh, and some of you feel that pain in the back of your mind.
Mommy?
And with that, she then turns to Caliban.
Bring it on.
Are you stunned?
Me? No.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
passed the wisdom save?
Yeah, I passed the wisdom save.
Okay, just making sure. Does a 23 hit?
What do you think?
Unarmored defense.
That is
He's been waiting.
22
He's
points.
been waiting for this. This is all revenge from Sunday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, this was the plan regardless of what
Yeah,
happened
that's true,
Sunday.
that's true.
I'm
Just
being
makes it more
honest.
fun for me to believe that.
But that being said, it is 22 points of slashing damage as she cracks the whip directly at you, and it comes right down the front of your body.
Barely a scratch. One more scar to add. I'm a tank,
That brings
baby.
us to Caliban.
Yeah. He just kind of like licks the wound and goes, "Ah, nice. Let's match." And I will hit her with 2 more attacks from the great sword. So that is 27,
That hits.
and then 23.
That hits.
So that'll be 15, and then 15.
Okay.
That's 30 points of damage, slashing. And then for bonus points, because she hurt me, bonus reaction for next time, I'm going to rage.
Alrighty. Xanthi is up. Baro is on deck.
First you got me mad, now I'm
Well,
pissed.
I am currently stunned, so what all can I do? I'm guessing.
That's a good point. So that would be your turn. At the end of your turn, you stop being stunned. So, like, you can take reactions and stuff if need be. Baro, it is your turn.
Okay. Who are the people who are not stunned right now? Just The three of us.
The barbarians.
The Bash Brothers.
The barbarians and the monk. Got it. Great. Borrow feels this energy, everything blast. He feels the damage, but he manages to center his mind. He continuously adding some stuff that I messaged you. And at one point, you see him do a motion of taking a breath and just, and then getting himself like a open palm on his chest as I use Second Wind
Okay.
to regain 5 points of HP. And then he is going to move toward Petrichor. And I'm spending a key point using my Hand of Healing Physician's Touch to remove the stun condition from Petrichor.
Oh,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And then after he does that, he is there standing next to them.
Okay. That brings us to Clucky with Crow on deck.
all right. Seeing the change of position, Clucky takes flight and dive bombs on this wicked bitch of the west and goes for two attacks with the greatsword, side by side with Caliban.
Oh yeah.
26 for this first hit.
That'll hit.
22 for the second hit. And
That'll hit.
Here's the damage. 4. Yep, 46. Okay. That's 4 plus 4 is 8. Cool. Plus 4 plus 4 is 8. So 16 plus 6. 25 slashing damage. He then will use his bonus action to throw his battle axe of the Storm Lord given to him by the wonderful Lobatar.
Okay.
Middle finger.
As beautiful as a moment as this is, what were you using for your main attack?
The great sword.
Okay.
So I
that
have
is a
two-weapon
two-handed
fighting.
Matt, don't ruin.
two.
Don't.
I have 2-weapon fighting, so I can throw a weapon as a bonus action.
Okay, fine.
He's right. He's right, Bob. Don't take this away from my boy.
Rules as written.
And the whip.
To everybody
I'm
in-
so happy.
To everybody in the chat, rules as written. This does not work. However, vibes. Rule of cool.
Again,
The rule of cool.
17 plus 8, that's 23 to hit, and then this is different damage. It's a D8 because it's thrown. 4. I don't get to add my modifier to it, do I?
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, just 4 flat damage. I can't recall it yet because I have to use my bonus action to recall it. So it's impaled into her.
Crow is up next
Smash.
with Petrichor on deck.
Literally.
Crow's just gonna be barely holding onto his sniper, just kind of like dazed, swaying a little bit. I'm not going to let this happen again. That's all.
Okay, fair. Petrichor, you are up. Caliban on deck.
She's 15 feet from me?
Pretty much, yeah.
15 feet from me? We're going after her again.
Let's go, little baby.
Hey, that's my girl.
That would be...
They're more like guidelines
Sorry.
than actual rules.
That would be a 24
That does
to
hit.
hit.
Ooh, yes, let's go, little baby. Demolish her.
Wish I had my sword with me. My actual sword.
You're slacking on as a barbarian dog.
It's theater of the mind. Piss off.
Tarzan, don't make it seem like you're this great warrior or anything. 3 sessions ago, you had that sword up your nose.
Now I
Respect
feel
your
like I need to
elders.
grab my Xanthi dagger. God damn it.
I'm loving the Legend of Zelda
Be-
ringtone, by the way.
Oh, my
Because
partner
I
is
hit,
actually
we're gonna.
playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh.
You know what? Because I hit, we're gonna pump in another divine smite.
Fair.
Ooh.
Yes. The power of the Lord compels you.
First, grab a pickle.
I miss
Patrick.
playing with you all. Like
First, grab a jar. Patrick, that's a pickle.
That
I'm
would
glad that you
be.
missed this.
Yes.
Smite, smite, smite.
Smite, 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 smite. Oh no, they froze.
Uh-oh.
Right as they were about to tell the total. How does this happen?
I need to know.
KJ, if you don't come back, I'm drinking this whiskey.
Tell me, baby paladin, cause I need to know.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, Tarzan's breaking
No,
to sobriety.
no.
Don't
No.
do it, Tarzan. You've done so
I
good.
spend a key point to stun Tarzan.
Are we back now?
Listen,
Okay.
listen, I'm
I'm
saying
hitting him
right
with a
now.
50 cal.
All right. Oh, they're back. They're back.
Oh, yes.
We're back. 36 points of damage.
36 numbers.
Tasty. Tasty.
Delicious.
You'll love to see.
I like this.
You know, I really like
Yeah.
Chris's damage in chat. 184 radiant and 54 more just because. Like, I like
Just-
this. I like this. Just because.
I mean,
The fun.
You're
Yeah,
not wrong.
Twitch chat. If you want to add your own things, just use all them points. Use all
Yeah,
them
let's-
channel
no.
points.
Everybody on the chat just randomly pick a number, any number. Just let's
yeah.
add it.
Boom.
all
The
them
fun
channel
part
points.
about Searing Smite.
Subscribe.
The fun of the concentration. So I get 4d6 every time I hit.
unfortunately, no, because after you hit the next. So last time when you used it, it used it up. It's not continuous every turn.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
It's concentration up to a minute.
Yeah, because if you miss, you still have the chance to
To use
do it on
yeah.
the next time that you hit. So it's concentration up to a minute or the next time that you hit.
Damage applied.
Yeah. It's a weird rule, but basically it's meant to like not overpower the attack. Not that we have any problem ever reading rules clearly on these things. Wizards.
So, like, if you
Or
do
wizard,
miss this
tell me
round, you don't have to waste another spell slot to cast Divine Smite again. It still applies to your attack as long as it hits. Otherwise, if you cast Divine Smite and miss, you're burning spell slots left and right. That would suck.
No. Searing Smite.
Right.
Oh, Searing Smite is different. Searing Smite is
Because it doesn't
is
say
a
anything about.
Searing Smite is once per turn.
Hang
Once
on,
per-
hang on, hang on.
Mhm.
Searing. Hang on.
Have you
I'll bring
gotten
up for
confused
this
about
now.
your spell slots? Call me, the rules lawyer.
Searing-
I will
Searing
fight for
Smite
you.
doesn't take any. Searing Smite does not take any spell slots. It's actually a optional feature for
Clerics?
optional bonus feature for clerics. Yeah, as opposed to doing.
It's a paladin feature that I have as a paladin. It's a spell for my paladin.
So, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing of where I think the confusion's happening. So, the next time you hit a creature with melee attack during the spell's duration, your weapon flares with a white hot intensity, and the attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target and causes the target to ignite in flames. And then at the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, that's the part that I'm getting mixed up with. Other smite spells, it has verbiage in there where the second that you use it, it's gone. So that is how all that happened. So she did have a turn after you. You can roll an extra d6 fire damage. Or wait,
Mr.
it's
DM, I
Constitution
think
save.
you will find that my client was using the rules properly to their utmost potential. I'll rest my case.
D&D farmers. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun,
That being said, that's farmer's insurance because you're playing Caliban, who was a farmer. Perfect.
Yes, but
Oh,
I'm
no.
alive.
Do you have khakis,
So-
though? That's the
So that
question.
being said, KJ, you get to do that extra damage if they fail a Constitution saving throw, and on a successful save, the spell ends. Therefore, she chooses to succeed.
Oh, you bastard. All of that. Just
I mean,
That's another legendary resistance burned. Another legendary burn.
I know,
burn.
but like all of
That bitch.
that to just
How many legendary resistances are there? Or
think they have-
To be
reaction?
fair,
I think they have 3.
3.
Okay.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Usually.
that only drops my damage down to 29.
Okay.
Well,
Got it.
McKenna says, "I vote whatever KJ says is law."
I mean, the fans
So-
have it, you know.
That being said,
Where's the lie, folks?
the next thing that happens
God, that glass is
after
huge.
it's not a glass, it's a vase.
Like I said, I just think Isaac is a lot smaller than we think he is, and that's a normal sized tumbler
it's
glass.
basically the this
I'm
is a
6
pint
foot tall.
tipping situation.
It comes in pints.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting the one that's big from Chris.
Loviatar
Jesus.
takes her turn now to full attack on Clucky.
Oh boy.
That's a 29 to hit.
Oh, what do you think?
That's a fail.
That misses. It hits
That
herself.
is 28 points of magical slashing damage.
If only I had magical resistance, that would be sweet.
Can I use my fighting style protection to assist Clucky?
Protection, that is the one where it imposes disadvantage, yep.
Yes.
Okay. So that being said, I will then use this second attack that I rolled as the disadvantage because it was lower.
Yeah.
So it's a 23 to hit.
If only.
Ay, she's a beast.
Yeah, it hits.
So you do still take that damage. Second
Yeah.
attack
Right.
for real this time. That's a 33 to hit.
I
know
hate
the
you
answer.
so much.
I know the answer.
Did he just say a 33 to hit?
Yeah, you
In
do.
the
Ouch.
words of KJ during their reaction video to my game, say it.
That is 27 points of magical slashing damage.
Oh god, Clucky's not looking good.
You keep saying
And
magical slashing. I don't
As
like that.
a bonus action, Clucky, I need you to make your choice of an athletics check or acrobatics check.
Oh, I think we know it. We know what we're going for. Oh, that's going to be a 24, my dear sir.
Ooh, meets it, beats it. She tries to leg
Whoa.
sweep you to knock you down, and you just kind of brace your leg, and you're not supposed to do this, but you go shin to shin, and it stops her in her tracks. So,
I got
being
some
said-
strong legs there, lass.
Yeah,
Caliban
feel
is
my
just like
fury.
happy that it's like, hey, he retained something.
Caliban, you're up next.
All right. After that moment of pride, but still filled with rage because I want to destroy pain. Great sword. 20. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Second great sword. 19.
That also hits.
Okay. So, just so I'm double checking my rage, which I usually do in therapy.
Same.
Plus 4 melee damage to these attacks. Okay. So that's 13 plus 4. First attack, 17 points.
17, okay.
Second attack, 17 again. So 17 plus 17.
So that's 34. Okay,
34
I'll do
points
that.
slashing damage. And can I go for the vines that are like whipping out of her, I'm assuming?
She is holding a 9-tailed whip.
Can I try and cut the whip with those attacks?
Ooh.
If you want to do
hot.
that,
Or is that technically disarming?
it's not disarming because you can attack an object.
Yeah, because it's a matter of how many health points does a weapon have?
Which I actually have looked up these rules before. I'm just trying
Oh,
to
okay.
recall them. I'll say, unfortunately, with all of this, you can like put that all into the whip if you want, but it is still going to be usable.
All right, so he's just going to try and basically... It'll still be directed at her, but he's hacking at the whip
Got it.
in an effort to disarm her.
Xanthi, you are up next.
Question, oh mighty DM.
The answer is no.
there's only
Moving
one-
on. I'm kidding.
Speed rounds.
You may ask your question. I'm sorry.
So, since there is only one target, can I possibly use Twin Spell to just send 2 spells after this bitch?
Normally, no. You're fighting a god, though. Rule of cool, go for it.
I was gonna suggest, like, we technically are fighting a god, so it's like fighting multiple enemies because, like, she's a lot of shit in one bitch. So,
Just
All
take
right.
the win.
Accept the victory.
I'm going to roll the hit first. And do I need to roll it twice to see if both spells hit, or just okay? That is a 19 plus 8 for
That
a
hits.
hit. And then that is a natural 20. Plus 8 for a 28.
Oh, I can't wait to see the highlight reel of this game.
So, you're going to see Xanthi is raising her arms and she's going to be like, burn you, bitch. And she's going to cast Firebolt out of both of her hands. One of them is going to be aiming right at her, while the other one is going to move around her and aim right towards her back, where she remembers Lovitar seeing him wince on his back where he had his mark.
Take a point of inspiration, you wonderful.
I already
wonderful
have
creature.
inspiration. Give it to somebody
Then-
else.
You can have more than one.
Oh, I get double
You do now.
inspiration?
Why not?
Ooh.
You can't really mark it on the sheet, so don't worry about it. But just keep track that you have 2.
Cool, double inspiration.
Mhm.
And for damage on that, for the first one, that will be... that'll be 15. And then the second one would be crunchy crit. We do crunchy crits, right?
Mhm.
So it's full damage. That would be 10 points plus another 14 points. So that will be in total 39 points of damage.
Crunchy crit is a part of this well-balanced breakfast.
And it's delicious.
Got it.
DM tested, player approved.
And as her bonus action, she's going to run in with her dagger and slash at this bitch again.
All right. Give it a swing.
Because she's angry.
Xanthi.
That is an
There's
18 plus
nothing
6
stop
to hit, and that will be 4 points of damage, slashing.
Slash.
Alrighty, noted.
Slash.
Slash.
Mommy?
Technically, it would be only 18. 'cause it's a-
No. I said
Nope.
slash.
So that was Xanthi. Borrow, you're up next. Clucky on deck.
Petrichor attacked Leviatar. Leviatar attacked Clucky.
Mm-hmm.
What is the current distribution of distance between all of these participants?
Petrichor, Caliban, and Clucky, and Xanthi are all within melee with her.
Yeah, we're basically circling her, right?
So flanking.
Yeah.
I don't use flanking, but I mean, she flanked.
Noted.
You are mobbing her.
Right. Folks.
People are not stunned anymore, right? That was one turn.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Borrow.
Oh yeah. Michael, you're ancestral guardian, correct?
What?
Ancestral guardian.
Yeah, am I?
Barbarian?
I made this character with Matt, so like.
Yes.
Yes.
Every
yes,
attack that's
Tarzan,
not
as a
directed
matter of fact,
at-
I am.
Every attack that's not directed at either you or me is at disadvantage, and those players have resistance to that damage.
Well then.
So-
Keep that in mind. To all three of you, four of you. If you take damage, you have resistance to that damage because of our perk.
Noted.
So I believe that means that the pair of you get like half your hit points back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, essentially.
Yes. I just realized that we haven't been doing
Yeah, I
our
forgot
proper defensive perks of being barbarians. Sorry, guys.
Wait, so we do we get hit points back, or
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
basically
mean, that
just like, according to Matt, add back half of what
Half.
you've taken. So
lost. Yeah. You had resistance this whole time.
Yeah.
Unless
sorry,
it's-
folks.
Sorry, we just
What is-
just start.
Well, what does that mean if you succeed? Does that mean that you then get no damage or
A quarter of damage.
Yeah.
quarter of damage?
Oh no, reverse math.
Yeah, I just remember the last one, so that's the only one that I'm gonna add because I don't remember what else I
Fair enough.
got in there.
I'm trying. Oh God.
So
I'm
quite literally, you can get back half of your missing hit points from this entire combat.
Take this gift of opportunity from the god of this world and take half your hit points back. And plus, all attacks outside of both Caliban and Clucky are at disadvantage.
Okay. Borrow continues to sense as everything is unfolding around him, keeping track of where everybody is. And once he senses Clucky sort of struggling a little bit, Petrichor there as well. He looks at his hands and he senses he looks down
Did it?
while
You
holding
did
the
it.
staff, and he plants the staff on the ground and moves forward into Leviatar as he approaches with open palms. And the best way that I can describe this is like these are like the most peaceful strikes that you could ever see, where he's just going and striking palms open into Leviatar with no aggression in it.
Smack that
So-
bitch.
So, for clarification, because knowing you have the Way of Mercy stuff, are you? What are you using? Are you just punching her, but like
With
gracefully?
palms wide
Well,
open.
yeah.
Sounds
just
like he's
open-
playing patty cake.
just like literally like just strikes, is like attempting to. It's still like channeling his energy and power. It's still striking, but I think it's just like the intent compared to like the way that Petrichor is probably attacking right now. It's a very different vibe.
He's gently punching her in the face.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
All right.
Punch,
All right,
punch me
I'll buy that.
softly, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a soft
23.
dom.
Say that again.
23,
23 will hit.
and a total of 8 points. The next one is going to be a 21
That hits.
for a total of 6 points, so that's 14. Spending a key point for Flurry of Blows.
14. Okay. Flurry of blows.
16.
16 does not hit.
Sorry. And then instead of his last Flurry of Blows, as he's doing all those open strikes, when he does that, the last one, he actually turns and one hand goes toward Clucky as he opens strikes on Clucky to give Hand of Healing in his direction.
Okay.
Smash.
Clucky, you get 7 points of HP back. Not much, but something.
Muchas gracias.
I think that's me.
Okay. That brings us to Clucky. Crow, you are up next.
All right, Clucky. Doing what he does best, and he's going to punch this bitch. Just kidding. No, he's going to chop at her with his sword. Because he's not a monk. Silly.
I
silly
gave
gnat.
you a sword, you goofy bastard.
All right.
Just starts tickling Loviatar with his feathers.
22 to on the first strike.
weakness. 22 will hit.
We put shaving cream in one hand, and then tickled
16
her.
on the second hit.
16 will not hit.
Damn. All right. So just the one attack. That's gonna be 7 plus 4. Right? Yep. 7 plus 4. That's 11 damage. Plus 3, 14 damage. So he just goes with a backhand bucket strike and then vertical strike downward, and that is all he can pull off. He uses his bonus action to recall the Storm Axe, so he just fucking lunges out of her flesh and right back into his palm, and he puts it back in his belt.
Insanely jealous look over Caliban's face when he sees that. Hey, you gotta get me one of those.
All right. Crow, you are up with Petrichor on deck.
Bonus action invisibility.
Ooh.
Noted.
Smash.
It's
Jesus,
technology, and it specifically says that spells to see invisibility or any sight to see invisibility cannot see it.
Okay.
We have to make
Gotcha.
that a t-shirt.
How far away is Loviatar right now?
You are pretty darn close to her. Like, you can be as close as you want.
Okay. Crow is going to walk behind her.
Okay.
I'll give you a stealth check.
It's a little crowded. Yeah, sure. You have
That's fine.
advantage because you're invisible.
Group hug!
Cool.
Just like, what the hell?
That was a 5.
Something sneak up behind me.
29.
29. Noted. Okay.
With the back scratcher.
Crow.
Look, it's
Crow's
all I've
gonna
got, alright?
Walk up directly behind her, and even though he's invisible, he just wants to see if she'll react. You know, I always thought the devil was a fallen angel. That was a guy. Guess he's just a bitch. And 2 shots with a heavy sniper to the back of the head.
Smash!
It's hot.
Does a dirty 20 hit? I mean, a filthy 20. So it's not-
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hot shots fired, baby. Just, ooh.
24 for the first shot,
Shot through the heart.
24 will hit.
and that would be a 22 for the second shot.
That'll hit.
Cool. Sorry,
Matt's at bottom
calculator.
now.
Calculator. I'm not good with math.
1, 2,
37 damage for the second shot.
This bitch wanted pain. She's getting
37.
pain.
I'm sorry.
37 for the second shot.
Alrighty.
37 in a
Let
row.
me
Yummy.
all.
Oh, and he's still invisible.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Petrichor, you are up next.
Action. Actually taking a second to look around at the people around them, seeing the condition some of our party members are in. I'm casting Beacon of Hope. So everyone within 30 feet, advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and you regain the maximum amount of hit points from healing possible. With that being said,
That's all of
bonus
us.
action. Yes, that's all of you. With that being said, bonus action, healing word Clucky, gain 12 points back.
Yay, boy!
Yeah.
Don't even
As
have
they're
to
doing
roll
that-
health anymore.
Nope. As they're doing that, they'll make eye contact with Loviatar and just say, "If we're taking you down, we're doing it together."
I love the baby.
The reply that you get, you'll all fall together. Now it is Loviatar's turn.
Oh shit!
Did we get? Sorry, I didn't know if I missed the healing part that KJ said about all of us. Did we get anything or no?
Clucky
That's
was the
not
only one who got
They
HP.
decide to heal, that it'll go into effect.
Got it. Thank you.
So, you've all been fighting her. Everybody has hit her at one point or another. And you have been watching her physically recoil from the impacts or the flames or the radiant energy, whatever it may be. However, the smile has not left her face. And as she had just addressed Petrichor, she hunches down and then extends her arms out wide as a burst of black energy envelops the entire area.
Shit.
Counterspell?
It's not a spell.
What?
This is
So
the
layer
retribution of the Maiden of Pain.
Oh no! This is like Bide. It's all the damage that we've done to her, and it's coming back at us. Oh
Shield?
fuck!
action. Nope.
You remember that part where I was like hugging her, and then we started attacking her? Yeah. This is it.
I have been calculating every point of damage that all of you have done.
Oh no!
Oh no.
She has not had resistance of any kind, and it is now being split evenly among the 6 of you.
The damage I did myself is gonna murder me.
Oh no.
Not to
Everybody-
mention Petrichor's.
I
Is taking
might be able to help.
73 points of necrotic damage.
I'm done.
Fuck.
I'm
That's it.
done.
Hold on.
We're gonna go to break.
Oh shit!
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
So that's what that
See
feels
you all in
like.
about.
Okay. All right.
You motherfucker. God damn
Stay
it.
tuned, folks, because Matt not be alive by the time we get.
Your mic's doing that thing again where it sounds like you're really far away.
Or
Well, it
underwater.
kind of just fixed itself last time.
I think it's like just whenever you come back from a video, so
Well,
it's not
Yeah,
your
silly
fault.
ghosts.
Totally his fault.
it probably is my fault.
I was trying to make him feel better.
My heart is beating out of my chest right now.
All right, so
Can you hear me now?
So we're in a tavern, right? Okay.
I have like 60 backup characters. I'm ready for this.
So wait, Victor, are you saying she hit us so hard we rebooted?
Pretty much. Westworld it.
Lovatar is back, and he's taking the gold and going home. He's done with this shit.
As a reminder to our audience here, this is not the only show that we run every week. We have Sunday night games, we have Tuesday night games, we have Friday night games, we have once a month games, and then of course we have Wednesday night games like this one. Be sure to follow us all on the social medias and all that stuffs. And if you like what we're doing, then let us know. Comment on things. Talk in chat. We're here. Yeah, let us know how we're doing.
And more to come soon.
More to come soon. That being said, let us get back.
Let us pray.
okay, so like I said in the chat earlier, you all had resistances to the damage that was dealt out. With that being said, Clucky had interposed himself in between the blast and Caliban. And you see him go flying backwards, and he is down.
Are we still in initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
And in the aftermath, as everybody becomes suddenly aware of every single nerve ending in their body. And a few moments later, as the intensity of that pain dissipates, you look up and you see all of the wounds that were on Loviatar's body are no longer there. So, shall we continue?
The devil's a bitch. Good to know. Good to know.
Caliban, it's your turn.
He's going to prop himself up with a sword. Look her in the eye. How far back is he now?
So this didn't move anybody other than
Oh.
Clucky's flavor knocked back 10 feet, I believe he said. Who, yes, Clucky flew
Yeah.
10 feet by you and is now on the ground, motionless.
So prop himself up. He's going to look at everybody that's down. And he's going to let the sword fall to his side. And just look. I thought the only way to defeat you was to stop running away from the pain. But maybe the monk was right. Maybe you need to have your pain embraced. And I will start walking forward towards her.
Okay.
And
Are
very
you-
much like the Creed song, with arms wide open.
Points of inspiration.
Arms wide open
Bardic inspiration.
into sunlight. Welcome to.
You may have a point of inspiration.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, the
Oh, you're getting choppy.
In this moment, before you
give it a minute. Give it a minute.
Wait.
There you
Okay. I'm back.
In this moment, before you start to move forward towards Loviatar, KJ, would you like to share with the class?
So you know perfectly timed natural ones?
Yeah.
Oh no.
God damn.
So I rolled a nat 1 on my save.
Oh no, not
And after this blast hits, you see Petrichor's eyes kind of go wide and then look like they're in shock. And they pass out.
Oh no.
Caliban. You're looking at both Clucky and, as you know them, Riley on the ground after they were hit by this woman in front of you.
I'm going to say that I realized this after I see Riley fall after I start to walk, and I stop dead in my tracks. And I look at Barrow, and I don't know what to do at this point.
I can't say anything, right? Because it's not my turn.
No,
Talking is a free action.
I've just looked, and my hands are like shaking because I'm mad and terrified at the same time.
If allowed a free action, Barrow probably senses the gaze upon him. And his head tilts in Caliban's direction. He gives him this sort of painful smile. Very subtle. And he just gestures with his hands as he just gestures a moment of sort of like a release gesture of letting go.
And yeah, I guess he'll just then use the rest of his movement to keep going towards her.
You can make it to her in this moment. You weren't.
I'll say that my actions were looking and observing, and then let that be the rest of it.
That brings us to Xanthi with Barrow on deck.
So, upon Matt mentioning this blast having them feel every single nerve in their body, and with Xanthi being as sober as she is, I had to make a roll. Petrichor is not the only one who rolled a nat 1. And she just watched Petrichor hit the ground. Matt, would you want me to... Jesus Christ. Because the only option here right now is really Fireball without Careful Spell, and that I know is not going to go well.
You rolled a nat 1, just do it. If it's what Xanthi would do, just do it.
Fucking A. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I could do with this.
I mean, technically speaking, you do have inspiration, so you could re-roll that save.
I could. Oh, I'm going to do that, actually.
Seeing that you have two stacked up on each other.
That is
she
a
never likes
19.
to use them.
That is a 19. So
You don't have to
Xanth-
use it. I'm just saying. I'm reminding.
Oh no, I'm gonna use it because I do not want to blow up this whole entire party. But that was a 19, so she did save on that. But she is still pissed as fuck, feeling every single fucking feeling in her body, and she is going to watch Caliban look at Borrow. I think she's just not going to move. She is going to sit there, ready a spell, but she is not going to move. She is just... Actually... No, yeah, she's just not going to move. She isn't going to attack. Her companions are hit to fuck, and they're approaching the enemy right now, trying to hug it out. She doesn't get it. She ain't hugging that bitch, but she is going to stand her ground and ready a spell.
All right. Borrow, you are up next. And Clucky is on deck.
Borrow takes a moment to sense everyone around. He senses Clucky fall. He senses Petrichor fall. He reaches to pick up his staff back from the ground. And he crouches as he places a hand on Petrichor. I'm going to use Hand of Healing on them. As soon as I find it.
Matt, would you say I lose concentration on Beacon of Hope?
So I'm actually double checking a few things here.
6 points of HP, Petrichor.
I am legit. Have a knot in my stomach from this. I have not felt this kind of fear in a long time.
Welcome to the party, Michael. Welcome to the party.
So being unconscious would drop concentration, unfortunately. However, getting restored 1 hit point.
I'm not out HP. I just
Right,
passed out.
Right, I understand that. I'm just trying to.
Bring him back to stability.
Well, they weren't unstable. They were just
just unconscious. So you bring back to being stable, which is just the 1 hit point.
I love these.
I don't know for sure, but I'm going to call it as is, and I'm also going to word it this way, knowing that this is as a result of your table with Petrichor and what you'd like to do. Tarzan is killing himself right now.
Yep,
He's trying to bludgeon.
literally dying. Literally dying.
I will say that the restored HP would break the unconscious condition if you so choose.
Choose.
What? You can do that?
It's a
I'm at the end, I
self-imposed
can do whatever I want.
unconsciousness.
No, not you. You can choose to not be unconscious.
It's a self-imposed unconscious state.
Yeah. Petrichor didn't get to 0 HP.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna leave it up to a coin flip.
Your fancy new coin from Khan?
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill my daughter again.
It's not dead.
Oh. What you
Someone
look
pick
like.
heads. Which is which?
Heads.
For what?
It's a quarter?
Heads for stability, tails
Heads, you're
for
using your head and
unconsciousness.
getting up. Tails, you're being
There
an
you
ass
go.
and staying unconscious.
Heads.
Yes.
Nice.
Petrichor is conscious.
Um,
For the record, I didn't actually mean you would have been an ass if you stayed unconscious. It's just the
No, I
ratio.
know. I'm just like, I'd rather leave it to chance than make that decision.
I love it.
um,
Don't play with my emotions.
I will play with your emotions.
Barrows channels his key to his energy to give this healing to Petrichor. And he, seeing their eyes opening, he leans and close to their head as he whispers, "Trust me." And then he kisses their forehead before he stands up and begins to walk toward Loviatar. Also, arms, staff, and the other arm low, no aggression, their direction.
Just for clarification, do I keep Beacon of Hope up?
No, being unconscious would have lost your
Got it.
concentration. I'm just gonna.
We love you, McKenna.
We love you, McKenna. All right. So, that being said, that was Borrow. Clucky, I'm going to need a death saving throw. Flat d20 roll, 10 or higher, you get a success.
It's a 19.
Ooh, yay!
That is a success. Crow, it is your turn with Petrichor on deck.
Crow, watching all of this unfold. Barrow, you would just hear the barrel of his gun hit the ground. And anybody who's watching will see where he's standing, it slowly pixelates. And it's his body again. What do you want?
Her head tilts in your direction. I want you to suffer.
And he's gonna kind of glance past her, looking at Petrichor, and remembering giving them one of the shell casings that he had. And just remembering all of the little moments since he met this group, whether it was with Clucky hunting or Xanthi yelling at him or talking to Barrow about some of his fears and life. What can I do to get you to leave?
No. No.
Don't you dare.
Don't do it.
Tell me where they are and how to get to them.
Who?
Shit, you don't know them. She doesn't know that Loviatar and the rat
98% sure I ran into the rat, if I remember correctly.
You did. You saw the rat. The rat that was very excited about getting tiny wooden furniture. The rat that was wearing a makeshift crown and a fur coat and was talking.
Nothing too strange.
And if I tell you where they are, you'll leave all of them alone. And he'll just gesture to the rest of the group.
I will not actively make anything worse. But everyone feels pain. So I cannot leave anyone alone altogether. With every lost connection, every bruise and broken bone, every backhanded compliment, every paper cut, and every broken heart, I am always there.
How do I know you'll keep your word?
You don't. But do you have a choice?
Leave me alone. Crow's shaking up right now. Y'all have seen this before.
Yes, Isaac, we've seen you do this shit before.
You know, you danced on a whole thing of thorns, that kind of shit. Great
What goes
memories.
around comes around.
They're in another world.
That's never stopped me before. What's different?
It's a world without magic. Or so I'm told. It's why I have this. And he's gonna smack the rifle. It's what we fight with.
How do I get there?
That part I don't know.
To a point, you do.
Have a roll deception.
Don't
Jesus Christ,
dare.
man.
Roll deception.
Michael.
This is your character that has -3 charisma, right?
It is! You fucking bastard. It's only an 8 -3, guys. It's fine.
Can I give him my point of inspiration to re-roll?
Here, I'll give him my extra. No, I already used an extra point of
Yeah.
inspiration. Never mind.
All right. I'm using mine for you, Isaac. Remember this.
Michael, I love you. Thank you. I'm being honest. Don't give me that look.
The miraculous Michael.
That's a 4 -3.
God.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
God.
So that's a dirty one. I didn't know that was possible, guys.
Possible
Well,
to
it's-
stack inspiration giving.
I believe that it's called a shameful one.
Is it? No, it's a dirty one. Sounds sexier.
Would have been cooler if it had been a negative one.
That would have been funny. I'll roll a
Like
3
Sam.
next time.
Crow.
It's just like the scene from 21 Jump Street. Just, my name's Jeff.
You know, I could take the information, Ike.
You fucking bitch.
But it'd be so much sweeter if you told me in front of all your new friends. Tick-tock.
That's a good point. Should I roll another death save?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm usually really on top of stuff like that, but it's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, this will be dramatic because I just looked at the initiative. We are going to pause there because it's Petrichor's turn next, who is now conscious.
Oh no.
Remember the scene in Endgame?
That's why I did this. See that look on KJ's face? That right there. That's why I said we're gonna do that.
Remember the scene in Avengers Endgame where they almost have the gauntlet, and then he says something to Peter Quill? Isaac, do you remember that scene? Do you, Isaac? Do you remember that scene, Isaac?
I didn't intentionally make this character an edgelord, okay? It fucking happened.
Lies.
I have no
Lies.
control that he just got thrown into a magic world, and this is how the fucking dice decided. I'm sorry, okay? I was trying to make Crow different, but obviously that didn't fucking work.
To be fair,
All you viewers, this is...
All right, I succeeded. I finally
This
broke him.
campaign's just too fucking traumatizing, I guess, for anyone to have a happy character aside from Borrow.
I finally
we're
broke him.
working on Borrow.
Oh, sweet Jesus. The way I'm rolling it does not look good. Alright.
Well,
Why do you do this to me?
this is why you're here. This is what we do on Wednesday
I am
nights.
finger tapping so aggressively right now.
I love you.
I am. Oh my god. Okay. What am I gonna do?
There's a chicken down.
There's a chicken down.
You know, it's like the 6th time I'm nearly dying again.
Caliban and Borrow are clearly conceding to this and trying a very different approach. Xanthi is not outwardly attacking, but looks ready for anything. And it looks like Crow is about to give up Lovitar and Scree.
How dare he kick your ass after this, Crow.
I mean, if I'm being completely fair to anybody else, like, you know, this could be Crow throwing them under the bus. This could be Crow biding time.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it, guys. That's definitely
Isaac?
I'm time for everybody. You're
I
welcome.
need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Isaac.
What kind?
Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
the sauce just got spicy.
What? What? What's what? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
16.
16? Oh, Jesus.
You motherfucker.
I don't know what any of this means.
Can I
How
use
did you
my...
lie?
Hold on. Can I use my inspiration to make him roll at disadvantage?
Yeah?
Roll again, bitch.
Oh my god. Everything is just
Sorry,
out the window.
That's a 16 plus 3.
God damn it, Isaac. God fucking damn
I
it.
told you I don't mean to, okay?
This
I love
session.
all of you.
This session.
I fucking God.
I'm so glad we're putting our best foot forward this week.
I love how all of our rage is going towards the guy who started this whole damn server to begin with.
Yeah, really. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I deserve this. I
My rage is at Matt because he's the one that put us here.
Fucking great.
You
It's
are the
fine.
edgelord
It's
Vegemite
a
that
snowball
keeps us
effect.
together.
Listen,
It's a snowball
The
effect.
edgelord
I'm the edgelord
Vegemite that
that's
keeps us
cream and
together.
And as a
Don't
snowball,
exactly
I would
taste
like
good,
to
my
throw
God,
you
have some
off the
protein in
mountain.
it.
Okay,
It's cool. It's cool.
Hokosh isn't an edgelord.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Neither is
Hang on.
Edgar.
Listen,
Hang
you're
on.
on trial later.
You know, it'd be cool if Clucky
I don't have
No.
anything for bonus actions, but this. So we're
Xanthus
gonna do
did a
this so
dog
Puggy's
walk
not
you.
fucking dying.
That would be cool. I would appreciate that.
Xantha might get a 50 cal.
You get 13 HP back, motherfucker.
Thank God. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
That was
We're
the
good.
most aggressive healing I have ever seen.
right now.
It's cool.
13 hit points,
It's cool.
Zach,
Everybody
bitch.
just take liberty with Clucky's life. That's cool. All right. You know, the goodest boy that's constantly sacrificing himself.
Even if you want to clear down, I have Revivify paired and I have a diamond. Calm your ass down.
They literally hit point you.
you do have that diamond, and given how things are going, it may be very important to how this turns out.
I know.
whining
I
up
know.
Oh.
Action was trying to cast Hold Person. Clearly didn't fucking
Guess
work.
who can restrain people? Clucky.
I was trying to get him to shut the fuck up, dude.
Clucky can cover his mouth with restraint.
So,
Movements, I think they just kind of sit up and stare at everything happening, conflicted about what the fuck to do, but just sits there.
so that being said, I'm actually,
You're gonna what, Matt? What are you gonna do?
nobody is outwardly attacking her this turn. So, she's just going, she's basically skipping this turn, focusing on Crow and just waiting for his response. Caliban, you're up next.
Hey, look at me. You feed off pain, don't you?
I am pain.
And whatever we've given to you, you give back.
That's what all this is. 'Cause pain, like myself, we are inevitable.
But what of forgiveness?
Forgiveness.
I've lived a long life. I watched the woman I loved die. My child died in my arms. And the one that I saw like my own son fell defending my life. I've had a lifetime of pain. But it made me into the person I am now. It made me survive. Because it was the only thing that I knew was consistent. So maybe I can forgive the moments that it hurt the most, but I'll never forget them. And yet, in a weird way, I have to thank you. Because if it weren't for the pain, I wouldn't know any better. So, if anything, you've been healing me this whole time. How's that feel?
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay. That was me coming out, shrinking down inside after I just blacked out from whatever the hell that was. It's an 18.
Ooh, that's good.
She looks intrigued. Pain does make some stronger. Pain does allow some to learn. And that's between you and your pain. I want no thanks from you. I want your anguish.
As a bonus action, I'm going to drop my rage.
Entirely fair.
And just say, there's nothing you can do that can hurt me any more than it's already happened. I'm not angry anymore. If anything, looking at you, I'm disappointed.
So we got some psychic damage going on over here.
I mean, what's more powerful for a parent to say?
It's true. That's true.
Isaac, obnoxiously drinking out of a giant face.
We'll see if there's anything left to take. And if that's the end of your turn,
Yeah, that's it.
legendary action.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Bring it.
Does a 17 hit Clucky?
Counter spell?
Yes. That's all.
It's not a spell. She cracks her whip at Clucky.
Love that.
Fine.
Matt,
Yeah.
Quest.
check your Discord.
I saw that you had a ready to action. Does it hit you?
Oh yeah, it definitely hit me. I'm prone.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
You said it's
How do you tank this whip crack as it's going right for Clucky and you jump in front of it?
Crow's just gonna step forward and almost put his sniper on the side of his arm and just hit it with the metal of the sniper so it doesn't hit his skin.
All right. That's her legendary action, and it failed. That brings us to Xanthi.
Xanthi watches all of this unfold, watching Caliban and Barrow, and she looks over at Petrichor. And she then kind of, for a moment, you almost see her body relax as her shoulders droop down and she stands up. And she takes a step towards Leviatar. I have known pain almost my whole life. I've hated every moment of it, facing it alone in a concrete cell in the dark. Waking up with needles in my arms and someone's hand elbow deep in my chest. I feel every bit of pain tingling through my body, and still to this day, to this very moment, I feel it burning under my flesh. But there is something different about it this time than it was back in that concrete cell. And she is going to keep stepping closer to Leviatar. I'm no longer alone. I have somehow found a family that I thought I could never have. And it gives me strength that you can never take away from me. Because with them, pain is worth bearing, because for them it makes life worth living for me. So I don't thank you for the pain you give me. I simply embrace it to protect those I love. And as long as I have that, you are never, ever. And she's going to stand right in front of Leviatar, and she's going to reach up and just place a hand on her cheek. And you will never take that away from me. And she's going to cast Polymorph.
All right. She saves.
I would like to use my inspiration to have her roll with disadvantage.
Damn!
That was a natural 20.
Oh, God,
Damn it.
fucking shit.
Then, as a bonus action, she simply, not even as a bonus action, she just simply lowers her hand and she just stares at her directly in the face and she goes, I will take whatever you have to dish out for me, but I will still remain standing, even if my soul leaves my body. And she will pretty much stiffen her whole entire body to this point, just preparing for any attack that is to happen.
You will endure the pain for your found family. You know what that sounds like to me?
What?
Martyrdom.
Then
And if
so
there's
be it.
one thing I hate, it's martyrs.
And there's one thing I hate, is somebody who thinks that they can continue a cycle of pain when there is also a cycle of love.
Xanthi, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Are we still technically in an initiative right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The DC is 20.
She fails.
Leviatar has cast a spell called Command. And the command she issues is kneel. So on your next turn, which you've just ended your turn, you will have to kneel. If we make it all the way back around. Because this brings us to Barrow's turn. Barrow. Witnessing everything that the Maiden of Pain is doing, where is your thoughts?
Just as they have been throughout the majority of this encounter. Barrow's thoughts are probably something along the lines of, "Oh, broken one, here is another who is surely broken, who you know not, yet knows you well. I know not your praise. I do not follow you, but I have heard that you and I are of the same cloth. Help me stop this pain. Teach me and show me what is it that makes you broken yet holy. Let my embrace be your embrace. And that is Borrow's thoughts as he continues to approach to attempt to just not even embrace this time fully, but sort of like just try to make contact with Loviatar.
As you're reaching out to make contact, time seems to stop. And you hear, your answer is within your question. Make her pain stop.
Borrow has a moment where he senses the time seeming to stop. I thank you. And his attention continues in Loviatar's way as he says out loud, it's time to let go of the pain. Forget about our own. Let us take yours. It's time to let go. And he's going to attempt once more.
She turns to you and has that snide smirk. Your embrace of friendship and forgiveness again. How well did that work the first time?
Borrow holds her close. That is the thing about broken things. Even after we have learned the lesson, we still try again.
Roll a insight check for me.
21.
Hell yeah.
The words repeat in your mind as your arms wrap around her again, and you hear her chuckle, and you feel her muscles tensing, knowing she is going to sprout thorns again and pierce your flesh for the third time. But you hear those words, make her pain stop, make her pain stop, make her pain stop. How would Borrow, the blind monk, make anyone else's pain stop?
He would he would focus his chi, his energy in that embrace, thinking of all the people that he cares for that are surrounding him right now, thinking of how he would hold Petrichor, or how he would hold Xanthi, or Clucky, or Crow, or Scree, or Leviatar, or even Caliban. And he puts that level of intent and care into that embrace as he puts all of his energy that he can muster into his healing, hand of healing, to
Roll,
attempt to channel through it.
roll some die for me.
Which ones?
The ones that you roll for Hand of Healing.
That's
Roll high. Roll
just
high.
8 points.
You release this energy into her. And there is a loud gasp, followed by a blood-curdling scream as she thrashes, trying to get out of your grip. And you can see... Ooh, take that back. Everyone else can see her flesh beginning to burn at Barrow's touch. She's not smiling anymore. What will you do with the rest of your turn?
Oh, shit.
Don't really have much else to do if I already used my action for healing. Yeah, I mean, other than just hold on for dear life, really. That's it.
That's fair. Clucky, it's your turn.
Okay. After regaining consciousness and seeing Barrow heal her, and it seems to finally be taking some sort of effect after all they've been through, Clucky's following his lead, stands back up, uses his remaining flight speed to fly up to her, and he goes in to embrace her from behind.
All right. Roll to grapple with advantage.
I love how we're all dogpiling a god right now.
Well, we tried one way. Saw how that worked.
Going to be a 24.
You also grapple her.
It's more like creepy family hug.
Bonus action. Rage.
With the neurotic fail.
And he's just going to hold tight with Barrow. Barrow, you can feel Clucky's hands grip into your clothing and pull you into Leviatar with him.
It's an aggressive hug.
She is screaming for the two of you to let her go. And she is furious. Crow, it is your turn.
Crow's just gonna pause watching all of this. You know, there was something that always helped me in every aspect of my life. Crow is gonna walk up and stick both headphones on her head and start playing music.
Oh my god.
The same song that Kit was playing that she had queued up whenever he realized that she sleight of handed it into his pocket.
take the happiness.
I will sleight of hand it on her head if I need to. You just tell me what you want.
Go ahead, and you have advantage because she is double grapple.
Double grapple.
Double
Take
bubble,
a
baby.
double grapple, please, with a side of love. Thank you.
It's okay. That's a 28.
This reminds me of like Little Nicky.
Anyway.
Just use the good.
You get them on her head, and she like thrashes about, but you manage to get them over her ears, and they're on there. You can use your hands to kind of hold them there. And you know what? The dice are telling the story. That's a nat 1. As the music begins playing, you see her like she's screaming for everybody to let go, to unhand her, to just get away from her. And you see as the music is starting to play and the words start to get into her ears, and she is understanding the whole situation. There are tears in her eyes.
We made a god cry. Oh, shit.
Crow is most definitely crying as well because he knows what song he queued up, and he's just gonna stare at her.
Things
Get
are
me in
gonna
there.
get
Get me in there.
easier.
Get me in there.
Petrichor, it is your turn,
All right.
and I've gotten your message.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you must have been like a fucking mailbox this episode. You got...
Mail time, mail time, mail time.
So, is there anything you would like to tell me before I go?
You begin to, for the first time, pray. What is the prayer that you say?
Not really knowing what a prayer is or how to do one. Just as they're sitting there, eyes closed, kind of taking in everything as it's happening. Just simply in their head, they say, "Help me learn from this. Let me help in a way that's productive."
You look up and you see what is happening in front of you. You see Barrow channel his energy to heal Loviatar, and she reacts violently to it. The first time that she has felt it has shown any semblance of something affecting her. And you put this prayer out there, and it is the middle of the night, but your eyes are drawn upward as there is a small, dark shape in the sky heading almost directly over your head. And as it gets closer, it is a small bird with black feathers. And in that moment, just as it's passing over your head, it drops something. Do you catch it?
Fucking hope so.
You reach your hand out to grab whatever this is in this moment, and you feel it in your hand as you close it, and when you open your hand again, you are holding a diamond in your hand.
Oh!
Oh my god!
All right.
That's gonna do it. It's gonna do it.
Seeing that and knowing there's only one way that they know how to use it, Petrichor will stand up and slowly start walking up. And from there, 3'9" stature is going to try to grab her hand and just say, I hope if life is kind to you, you can find family too. And cast Revivify.
Oh my god!
Yo!
Yes! Oh!
Oh my god!
The area around you erupts in white light. Everybody is effectively blinded by this
Welcome to
light
my
for
world.
this moment.
We have been borrowed.
Y'all living on borrowed time. Anyway,
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
anyway. Petrichor. In this moment, you cease to see anyone else as that light begins to dim and eventually goes completely black as you are standing in a void. And in this void, Petrichor is standing next to Riley. And in this point, every ache and pain that you had from this battle has evaporated. However, an image comes into your mind, and you see two small, some type of reptilian creature sitting on the shore of some body of water. One noticeably larger than the other. And after a few moments, the larger lizard attacks the smaller one. And you hear the smaller lizard shriek in pain. And as you hear that shriek, you take 1 point of psychic damage. And you then see some sort of large cat hunting something that looks like a deer. And as that scene plays out, you will take 2 points of psychic damage. And then you see a snake coiling around a bird's nest. 4 points of psychic damage. And this continues over and over again until you are watching full-fledged wars. You are watching murders. You are watching heartbreak. You are watching every painful moment that has ever happened. And the understanding that Petrichor and Riley gains from this moment is that there can be no world devoid of pain. in this moment, KJ, I give you a choice. You can complete the casting of Revivify and destroy Loviatar, the Maiden of Pain. But if you do so, Petrichor and or Riley will take their place. Or you can stop. Loviatar will be defeated, but she will still be out there. And I address this question to KJ because I do believe both Petrichor and Riley will have different views on how this should go.
Oh my god.
All right. It's a really hard call. I think for both Petrichor and Riley, every moment of pain that they've been through goes through like a slideshow of their lives. Happened, then followed by every moment of kindness and love and protection from the people in their lives. And I think they both look at each other with a level of understanding. And I'm going to drop the spell.
You drop the spell in this last moment. The light disappears and you see the scene in front of you. To Clucky and Barrow, this event you had to pull back away. So Loviatar stands there with every wound that has been dealt to her now present on her body. She looks down at this child. And with the brief moment of shaking their head, Loviatar disappears.
I catch the headphones.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Holy
You
shit.
bastard.
Thank thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody who was playing here for this bonkers combat that I've been thinking about for months now. And I hope everybody can sleep tonight.
Lucid dreams all night tonight. I'm
I
already
need
calling
sleep
it.
tonight.
Bro, it feels like these
Working
weeks
4
get
hours.
longer and longer in between these sessions, and it's driving me fucking nuts.
Imagine missing a week.
I just got here.
I will.
Welcome, Michael. Nothing bad ever happens.
Yeah, I'm sticking around. You better believe it, you son of a bitch.
I will
God.
say this to everybody. This was obviously a very heavy episode. I hope everybody is actually okay. And to everybody here, everybody listening, I did mean it when I was speaking as Loviatar. Pain, unfortunately, in life is inevitable, but with the friends, the people that you surround yourself with, we all can heal. I just want everybody to remember that it's been one heck of a couple of years for everybody. So I just want to say I love all you guys, and I'm glad that you all come here every week. So
We love you, Matt.
We love you, man.
Thank you for the
I
amazing
like
adventures
you.
you give us.
You're all right.
Love you,
You're
Mathal.
all right.
Michael,
Can we take also a moment to send a lot of love to our lovely Scree who
McKenna.
made an
Yes.
appearance
with
today?
whom
Kenna.
this would not be possible because Loviatar was tied to not only Loviatar but Scree. So
we love you, McKenna.
We love you,
This
McKenna.
was-
You're always
This
going
was
to be a part
heartfelt.
of this group.
I will never
This was
take your name
heartfelt.
out of the credits.
You are
No.
always and forever.
Hmm.
You're stuck with us for good.
So, with that being said, I sign off tonight. We will see you all for the Dimensional Dial next week and for other stories later this week. This has been To Be Diced Adventures.